The Pathways to Knowledge model of information processing identifies 6 stages that students go through when learning to process information. They are appreciation, pre-search, search, interpretation, communication, and evaluation. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. The teacher kindles her ESL students' curiosity by having them imagine what gravity is like, both on the Earth and on the Moon. She uses the book in her hand as a visual demonstration. The exercise encourages the appreciation stage of information processing, helping the students picture some of the forces that can act on objects on Earth.
What does gravity do? No. What does gravity do? What would happen if I dropped this book? Would it float off into space? No.
It would drop on the table.
It would drop on the table. Why?
Gravity.
Because of gravity. Gravity pulls things to the Earth. Now, if I were on the Moon and dropped the book, what would happen?
The students are beginning a unit on kites. Each student is assigned a topic to research and has to use various print and electronic resources to locate information. The research will be included in an informational booklet on building and flying kites. The teacher has the students brainstorm and formulate some initial questions and come up with ideas they can include in their kite booklet. This demonstrates the pre-search stage of information processing.
If we were going to make a book about kites, what kind of information do you think would be best to include?
How to fly.
How to fly a kite, okay.
How to make a kite.
How to make one. What else? Francisco? You don't know? What else do you think?
Maybe where was the first laser fly?
Okay.
A student searches the World Book Encyclopedia CD-ROM for information on her topic for the booklet. As she gathers information, the student demonstrates the search stage of information processing.
This is the one that I find interesting. Isn't that interesting? That might be something to write down too.
The teacher helps a student define terms that are unclear to him. She helps him analyze the key words that he needs to understand in order to synthesize this material into his existing mental model of kites. This demonstrates the interpretation stage of information processing.
There you go, right there. Some good vocabulary. 3 forces that act upon a kite to keep it aloft. What does that word mean?
I don't know.
Can you put it in the context of the sentence and figure it out? There are 3 forces that act upon the kite to keep it aloft.
In the air.
Yeah, there you go. So, lift, gravity, and drag. 3 important words, don't you think? Maybe? Okay, why don't you put those down and then make arrows off so that you can make notes about what they are, so you can teach your classmates about it. Okay?
The teacher helps another student reflect on and organize the student's research. Together, they evaluate the information to see if it supports what they know to be true about kites. This demonstrates the interpretation stage of information processing.
How did they use kites for airplanes?
I read in a book that the kite flies and then the people got like an idea.
Okay, so yeah, so that was, people wanted to fly after seeing kites fly, but they didn't use them for airplanes. But fishing, that was one. How about, let's see, what is the power one? Remember where the used it to pull it across the English Channel?
The teacher helps the two students apply information from their kite research as they develop an initial version of their informational booklet. The students use a flow chart from Inspiration software to organize the information. This demonstrates the communication stage of information processing.
Who would like to begin? What do you already know about kites? What do you know? Mark.
They will fly well if you put tail on it.
Okay, so some kites have a tail. All kites have a tail.
Or
All kites fly well if you have a tail?
not all of them, but some kind. There's a long tail on it, and they will fly good.
Okay. What else do you know? Do you know?
I think I like the safety tips. I think you shouldn't fly a kite when there's a storm
When there's a storm. Why not?
because of thunder and what's it called?
What's it called?
Lightning.
Lightning.
The students display the evaluation stage of information processing as they take time out to reflect and write in their journals. The teacher has asked the students to assess their personal knowledge while they use tracking tools to record what they have learned and what they would change about their process.
Do you think you need to go clear back to the very beginning and start all over again and make changes? And if you're going to do that, what are you going to do differently? Or if you're going to make changes to this kite, what changes are you going to make? Okay.
And do I need to really do that?
No, you're talking about kind of a what if. What do you think?
Okay.